What is shaken, Internet? This is Salts bringing you another League of Legends commentary. For this game, this is my final game without runes, at least the final game that I will be posting. I will be playing as Rumble, the Mechanized Menace, and I actually think that is his real title. So, what? What you got? You got nothing. You got nothing. But yeah. So, I'll be playing as Rumble. This is actually a very old game. I believe it was one of the very first few games that I played as Rumble. So I'll be covering what I played, or what I built then, and how I built him then. And I will also be covering how I build him now, at least a little bit. Kind of contrasting. Like I said, this was like the first few days that Rumble was out. So yeah, I really like Rumble. He's a lot of fun. In this game, we will have a jungling Trundle, and they do not have a jungler. So we've already got an advantage as long as we can solo it up. I don't know if I'll be going 2v1 in the top lane. I think I should, personally. But we'll see if that actually happens or not. So yeah, this was when Rumble was brand new, so you know, I think this was recorded the day that Rumble came out. So as you can tell, I'm really behind in videos. I have like 15 videos for you guys to show. But we'll just do it. Yep. So on my team we have Evelyn, we have Kale, we have Jungling Trundle, and we have Brand. I bet Brand's gonna go mid, and I'm probably gonna go top. Yep, looks like I'm going top. Alright, let me zoom out here so I can get a little bit of extra lag. Everybody loves a little extra lag, right? So, I do say I'm going kind of tanky, but, because, you know, Rumble at the very beginning... Oh, that's not good. We lost Eve.
A summoner has disconnected.
But yeah, so... I'm sorry, people are just being stupid. So, I'm gonna go top 2v1. 2v1 up here. I think Rumble's pretty awesome at, doing this kind of stuff. Thank you. That's enough. I guess he just wants us to protect him. And now he's being chased. Great, Kale. I'm gonna have all kinds of fun down here. Gotta be honest. Never seen a Trundle skin. This is going great so far. Looks like they're about to have a nice little party down here. And I am not going to be part of it. No. So I start with the Doran Shield. I think even now it's probably a good idea to start with a Doran Shield. And oh man, that's a lot of damage. Alright. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. They're gonna get him, aren't they? And turn it on. Boom! Very nice. Very nice. So, there you go. Kale got a double kill. Or 2 kills anyway. So, like I said, I always start with the Doran Shield. I think it's very good starting item for Rumble. He has to get in your face at the very beginning. He is melee. He's a melee caster, tanky caster. So he basically is a caster. He does want magic, and he's all magic damage and everything. But he is kind of tanky. At least at the very beginning, he's definitely very tanky. So, I pick up Doran's Shield to start. I think it's a very good item to start with. It does give you a little bit of regen, a little bit of health, and a little bit of armor, which is exactly what a melee caster needs. So let us see. I'm going to go ahead and start with the abilities. So, Rumble's passive is Junkyard Titan. I don't really consider this a passive as much as the core mechanic behind Rumble. So yeah. Silly. So, the core mechanic behind Rumble is that he does not have mana, he does not have energy, he has heat. Every single one of his abilities, except for his ultimate, generates 20 heat. So, whenever you use an ability, you get 20 heat. You want to keep this heat above 50 at all times. once you're above 50, everything does 30% more, basically 30% more stuff. You do more damage, more shield, more other stuff. We'll cover the abilities when we get there. Basically, everything is better when you have more than 50 heat. However, when you reach 100 heat, you are no longer in the danger zone, which is, 50 heat and above. But once you reach 100 heat, you overheat, and you do some serious... you silence yourself for 6 seconds, and you do bonus damage on your auto attacks. So, that's cool. And ignited. Very nice. This is not looking good for them at all, is it? So now slowed down Poppy. Gotta be careful though, she can charge you into a wall. So yeah, as far as that heat, you heard that warning, warning, warning? That is when you overheat and you silence yourself. You cannot use any more abilities, but you get the ability to... Uh-oh, no, 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 get into the wall. I knew that was coming. Get back, dude. We're all ignited and whatnot. You see, I'm really overextended here. I know she's just gonna knock me into a wall and kill me. She got that devastating blow, and it's just boom, dead. Oh god, what am I doing? I was just retarded. Silly, silly Rumble. Okay, so that's the heat mechanic. You build up heat, and if you're over 50, you're doing great. And if you hit 100, you silence, and for 6 seconds, you can't do anything. You do bonus damage on your auto attacks, and your heat slowly goes down. And after the 6 seconds, you'll have 0 heat, and you'll be awesome. So, looks like some stuff's going on down here. I'm just gonna lock it here for a second. Let's see. Actually, I learned to do this. I will just lock it on myself while I talk to you about the rest of the abilities. Hooray! So, his Q is Flame Spitter. Flame Spitter does a decent amount of damage to a cone in front of you. You shoot out flames, all that good stuff. Flame Spitter is pretty cool because you can really toast a whole bunch of people, and it's got a bigger range than you'd think. So if they're hiding behind their minion wave or anything, then you can just sit there and Flame Spitter them, and as long as they're not paying attention, they will just take lots and lots of damage. I think that's good enough. So we got Flame Spitter. It does do half damage to minions, so you can't really use it to farm as effectively as I'd like. But it does do 30% bonus damage if you are in danger zone. So you always want to stay in the 50 to 100 heat range. So see, considering it's on such a low cooldown, like you can keep that thing on almost all the time. Like there's a second delay between the two. You can just really just rough them up. What can I say? So there's the overheating again. You turn red, it goes warning, 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 and you can't do anything. But you do bonus damage. You can use that to your advantage. Definitely use it during when you're fighting off a tower. When you're attacking a tower, you want to overheat. I always like to overheat when I'm attacking the tower because you do bonus damage to the tower. And if you're chasing them and you have them slowed, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. First abilities, then tactics. So I've talked about Flame Spitter. Just a cone in front of you. It's kind of weird because it is always in front of you. Like if you turn around, it'll be behind. If I turn here, so it's only doing damage there, and if I turn, it'll follow me. So it kind of takes some getting used to. An
enemy has been slain.
His W ability is Scrap Shield. Scrap Shield is kind of weird. It gives you a 2-second burst of speed. No. It gives you a 2-second shield. A little shield that lasts 2 seconds and absorbs damage, basically. It's nothing spectacular, but it's kind of nice. And it gives you a 1-second movement speed bonus. So you charge forward, and you get a bonus shield, and you get to move a little faster. I think it's pretty nice, actually. Really can't complain about it because it's on a relatively low cooldown, 6-second cooldown without any cooldowns reduction. So you can spam it. Gives you a little bit of movement speed. Great chaser. Great everything. Just a good ability, and as always, in the danger zone, you get to do bonus damage. You bonus shield and bonus speed. So that's cool. His E is Electro Harpoon. Electro Harpoon is pretty awesome. I think it's one of his main damaging abilities because you do probably the most damage with this to a single target. But there's really two uses of it. As you can see, you shoot it out. It's that little harpoon that I keep shooting into the bush. It's a skill shot, so you can shoot it into the bush and check bushes and stuff with it. You shoot it once, and then for 3 seconds, you get to shoot it again for free. So you can shoot it once, and then you shoot it again. See, there you go. It's on like it's on a 10-second cooldown, but if you cast it once, you have 3 seconds to cast it again, and then it'll go to the 7-second cooldown or whatever. So it has 10 seconds between the firing of the first and the firing of the first on the second round. It's kind of hard to explain, but you see it in action. I think that Electro Harpoon is really, really amazing to start with. I always start with Electro Harpoon, even in the games nowadays. A lot of people start with Flame Spitter because if you spam Flame Spitter, you can actually increase your heat and get above 50 right off the bat. But I like Electro Harpoon because, number one, it does a decent amount of damage. Number two, I didn't mention this, but it does a stacking slow, which is amazing. I think it starts at 15% and goes up 5% at that time. Now let me explain that. What's going on with that? Basically, let me turn this down a little bit. Basically, Electro Harpoon, if you hit somebody with this, then you will slow them 15% at level 1. If you hit them with it again on the second shot, it will slow them to 30%. So at level 1, you can slow people's movement by 30%. If you decide to max it first, it will eventually slow for 35% per hit, which means that if you hit them twice, you will slow them 70%, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous slowing. That's all I gotta say. So, yeah, it does decent amount of damage, it slows, and you can shoot it twice for free because, there's really nothing to it. I will say one last thing about it. Once you fire it, if, let's say you overheated, if you overheat and get to 100%, 100 heat or whatever, you get silenced, but you can still cast Electro Harpoon the second time. So you have 3 seconds after being silenced for 6 seconds. So half of the time that you're silenced, you can actually cast a spell. So if you ever overheat, your best bet is to overheat with the first shot of Electro Harpoon, because then you'll have all the bonus damage ability from overheating, and you get that second shot of Electro Harpoon. So, and you can, if you hit at people, you slow and all that good stuff.